Welcome back, guys. Got another one for you. Trying to knock out a few. I'm sorry for the delay the last month or so. I've been super sick. Lots of personal drama going on. So anyway, I'll try and rock out a bunch for you here the next few days, guys. Stay tuned. So this is the 100-watt iStick. I've had a few of these come in and go in the last little bit. A lot of friends of mine wanting them, picking them up. And they are an awesome bargain for the price. I gotta say, I've been using one as my daily driver for the last few weeks now. And very impressed, not only with the battery life, but the overall performance of these guys. They're worth it. They're definitely worth the $35 price tag. So I ordered them with some batteries. Well, I ordered the batteries separately, obviously, but from Fasttech. And about a week after I ordered them, I'm like, oh, these are going to take forever. So I ordered more from Illumination Supply in the States here. And usually it takes about a week for them to get me batteries up here in Canada. And lo and behold, they all showed up on the same day. So the Fasttech ones, they've upgraded the shipping to like Post Nord or Swiss Post, I think. But yeah, 3 weeks or less to Canada. It's pretty good. Before it was like 2 months. Also, I've tested them against legitimate ones from Illumination Supply. The weight is exactly the same, right down to the gram. Internal resistance is exactly the same. Put them up on my iCharger 206B, and yeah, they are legit. So for the price and that time frame, it's almost worth it to order from Fasttech now. Who would have thunk? So the box. Your iStick will come. Oh, domino. Man, I'm clumsy today. It'll come just like so. Take it out. Underneath you will have manual 510 adapter, and then actually it's a fairly long USB cable, decent anyway. And if you're charging, it's always a good idea to use the cable that comes with the mod. Sometimes they're cheaper. If you have a better one for your phone or something like that, obviously go ahead and use it, but don't use a crappy little one from something else that you don't know what it is. Like, a lot of times people's charging problems can be attributed to the cable they use to charge with. So keep in mind, this is the kit version. There is also a simple version available, which comes with just the mod, nothing else. So that's just a quick run over of the box. Here's the manual. I will go over all the tricks and stuff here in a minute on everything that you can do with the little guy. It's actually not very little at all, but quick focus shot here. If you guys want to pause and read all this stuff, you can feel free to do so. So it tells you how to power, how to shift between variable wattage and variable voltage. I'll go through all this stuff in a little bit. Just a button lock, switch the display mode. Yeah, pretty straightforward stuff. At least a 1 amp wall charger. I plugged it into a 2 amp and it seems fine. It doesn't get too hot or anything. I think it just draws one. And that's it. It goes into French. So, inside, the best way I found to put the batteries in, kind of comes, like, I don't know, people say they don't really understand it. It's very easy to pop them out. So you make sure the one cable, like the, oh jeez. Hold on a second here. So you make sure the one goes underneath the first battery. And they are kind of spring-loaded. You'll find these things here, they are spring-loaded, but they are tight. So once you put one battery in, it comes on. It will work on one battery, guys. However, you'll only get half the life, and you're going to be stressing that battery if you're pulling 50 watts off one battery. Just keep in mind, it's like a single battery mod now. Your batteries will die a lot faster. The whole reason this thing shines so well and has such great battery life is because it is in parallel. So it's splitting the load between both these batteries. And that's it. You pop it in. For me, I like to just pop the plate in like that and just let it fall down. But again, sometimes that happens. So you can also do it the other way. On my black one I did that and I chipped the paint on the edges. So overall, for 35 bucks, this isn't even really fingerprinty either. Like, you can't even see your fingerprints on the paint. Even the black one, this is very similar. You know, a little bit of gaps and stuff on the door, but overall not bad. And these cases you can pick up from Fasttech. I got a black and a white one. The black one went to a friend. White one stayed with me. They were $3 for two. But they eliminate all the button rattle. Like, you hear that? That is these two buttons. The fire button doesn't really rattle. It's these. And you can open it up. I tried and opened up my black one. It's not as easy as you think to get it all out. I haven't quite figured it out yet, but when I do, I will definitely make a second video for that. So turn it off. 5 clicks obviously starts it now. One quick little trick that's not in the book, which I think is pretty awesome. Right away, if you want to check if you have a legitimate ELeAF iStick, you need to click the button 20 times from an off state. So it's off right now, you can tell by pressing the button once. So now start clicking, and you need to click fairly fast. Version 1.06. So that's my firmware version. If you have a legitimate ELeAF, it should come up and show you that. Now it's on because I turned it on. So 5 clicks shuts it off again. And here's another cool trick. To check your actual battery voltage, you press the fire button and the negative button at the same time and hold them down. 10 seconds. So that shows you my battery voltage of 3.81 volts. Now that's actually quite handy to know. So 5 clicks turns it on. If you want to switch to voltage mode, that's 3 clicks. This is an easier way to adjust your power depending on what atomizer you have on there. If you're way up at 50 watts and you want to go down to 10 watts, it's a lot easier to do it with the volts because you're only going through 4 volts, whereas when you have to move in wattage, it moves at the same speed all the way up. So as you can see, it takes a little bit of time to get from the bottom up. You know, it's half now. Okay, so so there you have it. You can flip the screen around if you like. Again, you turn it off. I think it's nope. I'm gonna have to read how to do that. I haven't done it for so long. Okay, so what it is, you turn it off, up and down together. Not flip the screen around. For all you left-handed vapors. So personally, I like it the other way. But one thing I've noticed with this guy is battery life is phenomenal. You know, I vape right around there, 60, 70 watts. And I vape pretty, you know, consistently throughout the day. Normally on my IPv3 with a set of 25Rs, I would charge every night because it was down to like below, like right at the deadline, a quarter or less. Whereas this guy, this is day 2. And it's just come down off the full line. Now one thing that's kind of weird about this guy is I've been trying to keep an eye on where the batteries kind of crap out. And 3.2 volts is where it will kill. It'll cut off. I had one set go all the way down to 3.12 volts before. What happens is once this gets down to that set below 3.2 volts, it will activate a low voltage protection function to protect your batteries, and it actually will lock the device and will not let you fire it until you change the batteries or plug it in. So kind of a good feature. Definitely will stop you from over discharging, and the fact that these are in parallel, it actually makes charging via USB safe because it's actually individually balancing the cells. So that's basically it. That is the ELeAF 100W in a nutshell. I gotta say, I'm pretty happy with it. 35 watts, you can't really go, or 35 bucks, you can't really go wrong. I think you can get the simple version for about 32. In my opinion, it's worth it to have the USB cable and stuff. However, everybody's got one of those nowadays. So, really, the simple version. I've got one of those on the way as well. There's really not much of a difference. I would recommend going with a battery like the Samsung 30Q, or I'll just show you one of these. These are from Fasttech. They're $5-6 a piece. And I've just marked on mine because I ordered 12 batteries at once. And these are rated 15 amps continuous, but they're a little bit under spec'd. They will pull 20, but they start getting a little bit warm, continuous. But they're 3,000 milliamps. So you're getting a combined 6,000 milliamp hour battery with this guy, and that's where it shines. You can also go with something like the MJ1s if you are if you're not vaping at 80, 100 watts all the time, so you're vaping at 40, 50 watts, you can probably go with the MJ1s, no problem. And also, what are the other ones? The LG G2s, which are also 3,000 milliamps, but on all the graphs and stuff that I've been able to find, these outperform them. So I'll leave that up to you guys. I will be doing another video showing you how to make a balance charging dual 1850 battery sled for a LiPo charger. Right now I charge my batteries on my LiPo charger, and it just makes it a lot easier. I can plug in and watch it on the computer. I can do discharge graphs, kind of like the same things you see on the internet when guys post the discharge graphs on the batteries. And for me, it makes it way faster to charge. I can charge at whatever I want, up to 20 amps. Not that I ever would. Most of these batteries are rated to 4 amp fast charge. I never go above 2. But still, the ability to handle 4 batteries at once at 2 amps each, like you can't find a quad battery sled that'll perform like that. Whereas $50 on a charger and a little 12 volt power supply, and that's all you need. So I'll stop bullshitting your ear off now, guys. So this is the ELEAF 100 water. Next, I'm going to go after this one here, which I'm kind of bummed out about. This is the Subox kit I got from Fasttech. This is a clone version. However, it's identical pretty much in every way. Let me see if I can find that. Here it is. Keep in mind, everything that is silver that you see on here is supposed to be black. So all that paint came off. And it's all still coming off on the inside. Yeah, and I was vaping some strawberry kiwi. So whatever the coating is that they have inside the tanks on these clone versions is definitely subpar. So that's it. Keep an eye out for that one next. I got lots of stuff on the way too, guys. So that's, yeah. Make it cloudy, my friend. Keep calm. Vape on.